back in the early 50s, if you had a child born with an intellectual or developmental disability, essentially the doctor said you had two options, which was that child will just stay in your home through their entire life, or you can send them off to an institution. And we literally had parents who really wanted more for their child. They didn't want to see them placed in an institution, but they also knew they needed support, they needed hope, and they also knew there was other parents just like them. And so we had some parents who literally put an ad in the newspaper and said, this is a decision I'm having to face. If there's anybody else out there, I want to meet you. And from that, we had 37 families that came together for this meeting. One of those parents was Wilma Martin, and Wilma had seen recently in a Better Home and Garden magazine a story about a new organization being formed called the National Association for Retarded Children. And so she brought the copy of that article with them to the meeting, and as the families got together and met and talked about what they wanted, what they needed, they felt like this was something they wanted to be a part of. They wanted to be a part of that movement. And so that's where our organization really began. And so it was those parents coming together saying, all right, what do we need to have to be successful for our kids? How can we give them the best quality of life possible? Not only looking at what their kids wanted and needed, but other families that they knew were out there. And so one of the first programs we started was an outreach and information education program. And so they were literally trying to reach out and find whatever families they could in the community. At that time, there wasn't a lot of books about developmental disabilities. If you went to the library, there would be one book on what they called mongoloidism now known as Down syndrome. And so they would find these books and they put little cards in it. And they said, if you are looking for help, if you have a child with a disability, we want to meet you. And that's how they started connecting with more and more families. At that time, there were very few supports and services anywhere. And so for a family to have somebody that they could talk to that could help walk them through and start looking for new things that they could offer, that was that first step for our families.